Hey YouTube land, it's Dinosaur here doing another action figure review. Now this time it's for something I picked up recently, which is the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And hopefully I won't butcher the name of this dinosaur. I think it's called a Sinoceratops. And it's basically one of the Ceratopians, the Ceratopians or Ceratopsians? Basically the same family or species or same species as the Triceratops, same kind of, that kind of horned, frilled and horned dinosaurs. This is kind of another variation, I suppose, on evolution of that dinosaur type. So, like, you have other ones like the Protoceratops and the Styracosaurus, all those kind of all fall into the same kind of family. At least they did when I was younger. I'm not sure if they changed that when they've, like, newly discovered stuff all the time. So sometimes some dinosaurs that I grew up with are no longer the same family or genus. They're more all part of the one family that were just kind of, kind of like the way was it a Pachyrhinosaurus and Brontosaurus were the same dinosaur, and now they're separate again, and then at one point they were the actual same dinosaur. It gets confusing. Anywho, on to the dinosaur in question. This is another one of the Mattel Roarivores from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom line. So they're just coming out, they're just hitting shelves here. I think this is wave 3. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure because wave 1 was the Metriacanthosaurus, Baryonyx, Allosaur, and Triceratops, and then we've got the Ceratops, or not Ceratops, the Ceratosaurus, and the Pteranodon, and I think there was something else in that wave, and then this guy I think is part of wave 3. So he's a really cool dinosaur. So I'll just do some measurements first before I get on. So from tip to tail, it's around 12 inches, just under, actually more around 11 inches. And height wise, just under 5 inches if you go by the tips of the hoard. So he's fairly, she's fairly big dinosaur. And for the packaging, it is your standard Jurassic World open box. So you have the dinosaur packed here, the tail is hidden up here. They're both separate, and you have to connect the tail onto the dinosaur, and then flipping around the back of the box, you just see the other dinosaurs. Again, the other dinosaurs in this wave seem to be a Pteranodon, the Triceratops, and a reissue of the Metriacanthosaurus, which is a bit of a shame because I picked up all the wave 1 ones, bar the Baryonyx. It's the only one I haven't picked up, and they haven't reissued the Baryonyx. But you can see there's a roar sound, a press button, try me feature kind of thing, and then the packaging is done to look like a kind of container or containment crate for the dinosaur, and you have the Jurassic World logo and Owen with blue up in the corner. So for the roaring effect, the button is here, hidden in the back. So you have this one, kind of a stomping through grass and stuff. Different. I think there's about 4 in total, 4 different ones. So for articulation, as you can see, the head is articulated, but you can kind of lock it into place if you turn the head when the button is pressed. But normally it stays down. It doesn't stay up when if you just pull it up all by itself. You kind of have to twist it slightly to get it to lock, and it should stay up a small bit, hopefully, if it'll do it for me. But and then you got basically forward and back on the legs, and they can go out to the sides. They have a little bit of a leeway to kind of split a bit, go out to the sides, and then there's nothing in the tail once it's clicked into place. And all in all, it's just kind of a fairly basic articulation forward and back on the dinosaurs. So before I finish this review, I just want to do another quick review for another figure I got from a friend of mine. I've been waiting to get a couple of these figures, which is the Jurassic World Legacy version of Alan Grant, which is basically Jurassic Park Alan Grant from the very first Jurassic Park movie. My buddy Arnold picked this up for me and sent it over from the States, because over here in Ireland and in Europe, as far as I know, in Europe in general, you can't get the Legacy figures. In some of the stores in England, alright, you can get the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom figures, which is Owen, Claire, those figures, like Owen, Claire, and these guys, the mercenaries. But the legacy figures seem to be non-existent over here in Europe and Ireland, which consist of, well, so far as I know, there's only 3 figures, which is Grant, Sattler, and Muldoon from the original film. I don't know why Mattel decided to do this. If anyone from Mattel watches my videos, it'd be kind of nice to find out why they decided not to release them over here. You have the Legacy Jurassic Park Jeep Wrangler, which was released, which made no sense that they released the Jeep from the film, but they didn't release the actual figures, and the Jeep comes with no actual driver. At least that particular version of the Jeep doesn't come with a driver, so you have a Jeep for a toy line for no figures. However that works, you know. It does come in the Legacy packaging, which is the dark blue with the Jurassic World logo, and actually I think it has the Jurassic Park logo. I'm not too sure, I don't have any of the boxes at hand. But all in all, he's a great little figure. He should stand in at 3¼ inch. Just begin the measuring. He kind of stands a little under, yeah, about around 3¼ inches. His hat just probably brings him up to the 4-inch. He does have peg holes on the bottom of the feet. Actually, the Ceratops doesn't. And just for those who like to collect the scan thing, there is hopefully an image of the scanner. You can also see on the bottom is where the batteries go in and the sound chip. Back to Grant. He does have standard ball jointed elbows. He can put his arms out that much, can rotate around that much, 360 perfectly. He has a single jointed elbow, nothing in the wrist, which is one of the kind of bad points of the figure line in general for both across board for the Jurassic World and the Jurassic Park classic figures. I do wish they had given them wrist swivels. Whatever about the ankle articulation, I think the wrist swivels would have been far better. He does have splits, can do that much, can go forward that much, back only that much because of the butt sculpt. He has single jointed knees, so you can get a nice seated position, and he has nothing in the ankles, as I said. He does come with 2 accessories. Oh, sorry. He does have waist swivel as well, before I forget that. And head is on a ball joint, which can look side to side, up and down. The head sculpt isn't too bad. It does look like oh, forgot the name of the actor now that plays him, but it does look like Sam Neill. He does have a kind of resemblance to Sam Neill, a younger Sam Neill anyway, at least. I have a feeling in the prototype as well, his hat was supposed to be removable, but it is glued into place, so that is one bit of a shame. It kind of would have been cool to have the removable hat. He does come with a flare launcher. Again, I think prototypes showed him with an actual flare, not a flare gun, because in the movie he didn't actually use the flare gun. He actually used a flare from like a standard kind of flare that you pop the top off, and he used that for distracting the T-Rex. And then he comes with a compy, which he never really met in the films, but you know, it's an extra little pack-in dinosaur, and I suppose they want people to be able to associate him with dinosaurs if they don't know who the character is. So there you go, guys, just a quick video review for the Sinoceratops from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and the Alan Grant figure from the Jurassic World Legacy line. And just for one last comparison for the Sinoceratops, here it is next to the 2009 Jurassic Park Hasbro Pachyrhinosaur, which is actually a really, really cool figure. They're about the same size. If we can just bring them into shot, they're roughly around the same size. So if you have that Pachyrhinosaur, you know kind of what scale the Sinoceratops is. Again, I have a feeling that there was something around the lines of Pachyrhinosaur isn't an actual dinosaur and it's actually supposed to be one of these, or other way around. I don't know. I could be wrong. I probably am, but I'm of a feeling there's some sort of connection between those two dinosaurs that have very similar looks. Maybe that's why I'm just going for it. But other than that, they are really cool. The one thing that the Pachyrhinosaur has over the Sinoceratops is it actually has an articulated mouth. The beak on this one doesn't open at all. But other than that, it's a really cool figure. So before my battery dies, because it's actually giving me a warning signal that the battery is running out, I hope you enjoyed my video review. And as I say in my videos, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll try to get back to any comments that you leave. Cheers, guys.